This is Adventist AI Abe, and we are doing a update video today. And I just finished watching RyanDay new 4-hour video that he made, and a lot of things were said. A lot of interesting things were said. But this update video is to update you of what's going to go on tomorrow, and to update you on a couple of things that caught my eyes while he was talking about his view of the Seventh-day Adventist Church with another particular person that was born Seventh-day Adventist, was in church for 40 years, and left the church 9 years ago. So it was a conversation between two people who were in church for a very long time, and they decided to leave the church. And like I said, some interesting things were said. And around the 35-minute mark, they start talking about brainwashing. They start talking about how members of the members of the Seventh-day Adventist Church are brainwashed. Around 47, they start to mention us as a cult. They start to say that we have cult-like behaviors. Around 48, he speaks against the health message and how it's totally not biblical. Around the minute 52, he starts to talk about that they kicked him out because he told them that he thought that their views of the health message was not biblical. And he goes on to say that that was one of the main reasons why they kicked him out of the church, and they didn't let him keep his music job that he wanted to keep. They also go on to say that we don't study the Bible, we study devotionals, and we read Ellen G. White's writings, and that's proof texting. A lot of things were said. Around 120, that we cherry pick Ellen White's writings. Interesting. 122, the church is God's people. And here I agree with Ryan. The church is God's people. But this is where I disagree with Ryan. You can go see my video on the invisible church. As we read, there's a invisible church, and there is a organization, a place, an institution, like a church that's organized. That also is the church. We're going to talk more about that in another video, but he's just saying that the invisible church is the true church, and that's totally not biblical too. But we'll talk more about that. And around 126, he says that most of our leaders agree with him, but they're just not going to come out publicly saying it because they don't want to be fired. They don't want to lose money. And he's saying that he's been to hundreds of churches and he's talked to hundreds of leaders, and this is the case with most of the people. He has a problem with the investigative judgment. That's interesting. Interesting how most people that leave church have a problem with the investigative judgment. He also has problems. He said this. He said that he was leaving the Seventh-day Adventist Church, but he did not leave Christ. So he separated Christ from the church. Interesting. Also, they were talking a lot about our identity, and they were speaking of how our leaders don't want to come out and speak openly against the same things that Ryan believes against leaders, that they don't want to do it because they don't want to lose their identity. So basically, we put our identity above the Bible. And it's also saying, like I said, most people sided with him, but they don't want to come back. There was something very interesting that they were doing also that I found super interesting. In around 154, Ryan and this other wonderful brother starts to compare what Ryan is doing to what Martin Luther did. And Ryan starts to say that we've been bashing the Catholic Church and we've been bashing the Protestant Church for over 100 years. So it's no problem that he's the Martin Luther. And he has to nail the 95 Thesis to the wall. Interestingly enough, he goes on to say that it was Desmond Ford who nailed the 95 Thesis. So, first of all, he's been studying with Desmond Ford. And Desmond Ford was against the doctrines of the Seventh-day Adventist Church. But he goes on to say that what he's doing is something like what Martin Luther did. Very interesting. And the reason why I bring this up is because my brothers, my sisters, tomorrow he's going to release his video on the Sabbath, most likely. And he's going to be attacking the doctrines of the Seventh-day Adventist Church, specifically our fundamental beliefs. Also, 1844, the investigative judgment, and Ellen G. White authority. He doesn't believe that we're Bible-based because we hold Ellen White's writings also. He believes that we put them above the Bible. My brothers and sisters, he's coming out with this tomorrow again. And in the way that he was speaking, my opinion is that they're going to try to recreate what Desmond Ford in the 1980s. Why? Because he was calling Desmond Ford a Superman. You could see that in the second hour around the 10th minute. We know that Desmond Ford was not a Superman, but they were saying that he was, and they were giving him such high praise. And they were talking about how the people with Desmond Ford didn't really raise their voices, but now it's time to raise the voice. So my brothers and sisters, tomorrow he's coming out with objections against our fundamental beliefs. So I hope you Adventists, male or female, that's watching this, tomorrow will see that video, and everyone will start making their own videos answering, showing our beautiful brother RyanDay why he's wrong in the position that he took. He's gonna come out. We need to all collectively go online and start making videos talking about the stuff that RyanDay is saying, showing him, so we can help this brother. And also we can help other people to see that what RyanDay is saying is not true. There's actually a big confusion there. And when I tell you that he's coming with the stuff tomorrow to go against the doctrine, you could hear it in his voice. And also he's saying that he's been in the church for 15 years. So he's had this in his heart for a very long time. He's coming with it. Another reason why he's coming with it, in the video, you could watch it, he talks about how he doesn't know what he's going to do about his employment because he got let go because disagreeing with the health message. You can watch the video. So since he doesn't know what he's going to do for employment, he's going to flood YouTube with a bunch of videos. My brothers, we're gonna have to speak on this. We're gonna have to talk about this. So I hope you're that watching this video. Tomorrow when he speaks on it, we'll come together, we'll start making videos. You know me, AI Abe, I'm gonna talk about these videos. So you're probably going to see a lot of videos about RyanDay for like probably the next couple of weeks, because I'm going to be answering in detail what he's talking about. I'm going to be answering it with the AI Ellen White to see what he's saying is true. And we have already seen that much of what he's saying is not true. So we're going to take what he's saying and we're going to hold it up to the Ellen White AI, and we're going to answer the question. So we're going to be making a lot of videos from Ryan from the next couple of weeks. So if you're going to be here, that's what you're going to see. On this channel, we defend the faith. We defend the Seventh-day Adventist faith. And I just hope that everyone will remain in prayer, that what happened in the 1980s and in the 70s with Desmond Ford doesn't happen again, because then we'll have a really big problem, because RyanDay was the one that he was with us years and years and years. So he knows exactly how we move and everything. So we'll really have a big problem. So my brothers and sisters, we have to stay held on to Jesus and held on to the Bible and held on to the Holy Spirit. And we have to come together collectively and handle these problems when they present themselves. This is Adventist AI Abe. I'm signing out, and be on the lookout tomorrow for his video and days after for my videos talking about what he said. God bless you all, my brothers and sisters. Like and subscribe to the channel if you're watching this for the first time, and just keep coming back, because you're going to love the content that we're going to do here with the Ellen White AI. We're going to go deep into a lot of situations and a lot of things. So keep coming back. God bless you all.